Today's episode of Fantasy Fiction is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audibletrial.com/fantasyfiction. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, MP3 player, or Magic Stone. Today we're recommending Sword of Shannara by Terry Brooks. It's a book about elves, I think. So if you're enjoying the show, give the free trial a chance. It'll help us pay for the hosting, but I'm not sure what that is. I'm just a wizard. Enjoy the episode. Next scroll. Reeses, where are you?
In the land of fantasy, on the fields of fiction, there roll two knights across the plains. Two thieves of the night, two warriors of honor, in the shadow of the mountain cry their name. Fantasy fiction. Until the deed is done. Fantasy fiction. Until the quest is won. Fantasy fiction. The battle's in our minds. Fantasy fiction. Until the end of time.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Fantasy Fiction. My name is Dominic.
My name is Joshua.
And, oh, whoa, Joshua, you went the whole way.
I did. I went the whole way. I don't usually do it, but, you know, sometimes...
Featuring
right.
Joshua. Sunglasses fall on your face.
Deal with it.
And today we're telling our tales of Dark Knights and Elementals. I don't know if we ever really decided what Dark Knights are.
I mean, we didn't talk about it at all, so...
No, but I think we left it up for interpretation.
Yeah. It could be anything that includes those two words.
But before we get into that, Josh, how was your week? Tell me what you did.
Well, you... me and our friend Mike Sadorf started a new podcast called Syndication Station.
That's correct.
It premiered on Friday on iTunes and Podomatic, and it's really good. It turned out really well, I think. So
people seem to like it. I'm real happy. It seems to be setting out what we wanted to do, which is getting people to experience shows they've never experienced, like we may have never experienced them.
Right.
For the second episode, I think we're doing the first episode of Next Generation.
fuck yeah, we are.
I can't wait to watch it. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Yep.
And I got to see Riker's beardless face, which I'm a little
his baby
weirded
butt
out
face.
about. It's so shiny.
It is.
But I'm excited to watch brand new shows that I've never seen before.
Yeah, me too. There's a lot of shows we talked about that we won't get into now, but you'll just have to watch it, listen to it.
But you'll have to watch the shows and then listen. Well,
Right.
you don't have to. But if you want to play along, watch the shows and listen to the show. But I'll tell you what I did this week. I watched a lot of WWE Network.
Dude, awesome.
It's the greatest. I ordered myself an ECF&W shirt off of eBay. And that's what I've been doing. I've been packing packages for t-shirts. By the way, thank you everyone who purchased a t-shirt. We sold out of the Buff Cat ones in just a couple days. But we should have more in about 2 weeks. But I spent my week packing packages and watching the WWE Network.
Dude, I watched the Netflix documentary about the WWE. And it was really, really good, and it really got me into wrestling again, like looking at it from that perspective. I loved wrestling when I was a kid, like up until maybe 94, and then I sort of got out of it, and I never got into the
Attitude
Era because it was fucking insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's kind of a crazy thing that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about the reality of the McMahon family, it's batshit bonkers.
Yeah, it is.
Like, there's a man, and he took a bunch of steroids, and he owned the company, and he wrestled his other guys, and like...
Right.
It's insane. It's a crazy thing that happened.
It's bananas. The whole thing is bananas.
Like, wrestling has existed as long as human beings have existed.
Yeah.
I think on some people, wrestling is seen as something that's bad or, like, trashy just because of the Attitude Era.
Right.
It's funny because most wrestlers nowadays are just, like, huge, like, sci-fi and comic book nerds.
Yeah. It's like
who
how
take
it used
care
to
of
be.
themselves. Wrestling's really cool. You should watch Raw, a current episode of Raw if you haven't out there. I love it. It's great. It's also funny in that documentary, by the way, because I watched it too. It's produced by the WWE.
It is.
So when it gets into the steroid era,
Right.
it's like, this doctor came in with all his drugs and gave them to everybody. It's like, no, Vince McMahon, like, kind of, he knew that muscles sold, so.
Right, he wasn't like, hey, what's going on here? Get out. You know?
I just don't know how I feel about all these steroids. It's like, dude, you were so juiced.
Yeah, when you look at him back then, it's like,
it's disgusting.
How
he was on the
old
cover
was
of
he?
Bodybuilding magazine.
Yeah, like how old
In
was
his
he
50s.
then? Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane. But I love it. I love wrestling. It's great.
Yep.
But hey, what do you say we put wrestling on hold for now?
Aw, all right.
We should talk about it some more.
Maybe we'll do it for Syndication Station. We'll watch WrestleMania 3.
A wrestling pay-per-view for Syndication Station would be awesome.
That'd be great.
But real quick, I'm going to plug my friend Aubrey's show. It airs live on Google Hangouts the moment Raw ends, and it's a podcast, so you can listen to it later. It's called Straight Shoot. Check it out. Aubrey's a really smart guy. He's the weirdo that got me back into wrestling. So if he got me back into wrestling, he can get anyone back into wrestling. But hey, why don't we say we get into the world of a little fantasy?
Fantasy! Oh.
I'm sorry, that was my electronic piccolo.
Your electricolo? Oh, shit. The title of my story is called The Crow Flies at Death Night.
No, my God.
I came up with the title this week before I wrote my story.
Hey, I like it.
And not 32 seconds before I had to read it. Which is what I normally do. All right. As ye all know, Daranos is a wondrous land full of all kinds of fucking heroic-ass dudes and bitches. Some comely, some anti-comely, and some so sad that their very existence makes you question why they even keep trying. I mean, why even go on? Just kill yourself, you know? I'm talking to you, Flyman. No, seriously. I'll wait.
Damn.
Anyway. Big D is home to some of the most heroic, majestic, and selfless beings in all of the 69 realms. But...
Whoa, special effects.
Yeah. Theranos is also home to some of the most reviled and evil motherfuckers found anywhere. Damn. Evil so pure, so unyielding, it'd make your mama say... Boys, if I were 20 years younger, I'd have left your father for that evil dude who probably has a huge donger because I don't breed with losers. Plus, mama needs a new meat stick to floss her teeth with.
Oh, God.
That's what she said.
I like that she prefaced that if she was 20 years younger.
Yeah.
So she's not going to do it now. Thanks, Mom.
Right. But the image is in your head. The damage is already done.
Then she flossed with a meat stick.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote that. That's disgusting.
It's canon.
There it is. Flyman, did you kill yourself yet? I saw you buying a garden hose at the market. That better be what I think it's for. Meanwhile, deep inside a castle made of volcanic rock, mortared together by the screams of 100,000 orphan bastard sons, sat Eric Von Deathkiller, Daranos' most vile Dark Knight. His long blonde hair covered his face.
Davey's got blonde hair. You know he's so evil. He's got if your bad guy's got beautiful blonde hair, you're not like, oh my God, this guy's
he's super
so
evil.
He could have been good so easily. He's beautiful.
Right, but he's just something happened to him. His long blonde hair covered his face that had seen constant war and constant full frontal female nudity. Strong enough to dual wield a two-handed battle hammer and a long bastard sword, which gave way to the saying, "Yo mama's so fat, Eric Von Deathkiller could do that porn move on her," when the dude like picks up the chick and they 69 standing up.
I don't think you have to be that strong for that.
I mean, I can't do that.
Okay.
Somebody could probably do it to me, like a dude could do it to me.
He could do it to you.
He could do it to me, right? Exactly. He owed allegiance to no one except his all-see ball on Moon's Day night to watch the Reeses the Wise show. That's Late Night with Reeses the Wise every Moon's Day at 10, 9 Central, or whenever Snickerdoodle goes to bed.
Oh, man. I'm tuning in for that.
Inside the castle, a clock made from the bent swords of his enemies struck Pain o'clock. Eric Von Deathkiller only measured time in increments of pain. As the clock chimed, Eric sat at the head of a 100-foot-long granite table, sitting on a chair made of live servants, eating a hand sandwich. In between 2 whole loaves of bread was a hand, which was attached to an arm, which was still attached to one of Eric's girlfriend's ex-boyfriends. He bit into the hand sandwich. Ah! Screamed the ex-boyfriend. Looks like you won't be laying a hand on her anymore, you handless sack of shitty fucking bullshit, Eric said gruffly. Master, a small, quieted voice said from across the large dining hall. Enter, fool, and maybe I will let you keep your genitals. I am a eunuch, sir. You already cut off my peener and fun sack like a year ago today.
Fun sack.
Happy anniversary, dickless. Maybe I'll reattach your tiny crotch horn and then cut them off again.
Did he keep it somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is a truly dark night.
Dude, he keeps it in a jar with like formaldehyde. Like those cats in like biology class.
Gotcha.
Yes, very good, sir. Anyway, you have mail. The servant put down an ornate letter on the far side of the great table. Eric picked up the entire table and hoisted the far end in the air, allowing the letter to slide to his end, then dropped the table, breaking it into several pieces. Eric opened the letter. Inside was an invitation, which read, "You're invited to the end of the world. Looking for evil villains to attend the party of the ages. Must be evil and demonstrate great eagerness to fuck shit up. Please select your meal option. 1. Steak. 2. Fish. 3. Chicken. 4. The bones of your enemies."
Was 4 already checked?
Hold on.
I hope so.
Eric quickly circled the 4th option, then added his own 5th option, puppy brains, and double circled that.
Oh my god! Oh my god, this guy is so evil.
Dude, he's evil. Filthy servants, I am off to attend the party of the ages. If I do not return, make sure you don't free yourselves, because you all belong to me. And don't forget to feed the cat. He needs pets too. So someone give him pets, or I'll murder your families and boil them in acid.
Gotta take care of that kitty.
Eric got up from his seat, and as he did, the servants he was sitting on let out a sigh of relief. Soon he was out the huge wooden gate. As it closed behind him, the hall was silent, save for one, who Eric was seated upon. "That guy farts so much," he whispered. Soon Eric had entered the great forest. As he traveled, he soon became very hungry. He sniffed and let out a growl. "Arg, food!" In a nearby glen, 5 minstrels were having band practice. They were all taking a break and having a picnic when suddenly Eric Von Deathkiller charged through the tree line, knocking over several 200-year-old oak trees. As he did, the minstrels hid in a nearby hollowed-out stump. "Small, wimpy conveyors of emotion, I know you're there. I can smell your failure. Give me some sustenance," Eric boomed. In front of the dark night sat a picnic basket full of delicious foods to which he helped himself. He chugged a bottle of wine, finished it off in one swig, then bit into the bottle and started chewing on the broken glass. The minstrels were terrified and still hiding. One minstrel, still hungry and even more hungry because of how scared he was, slowly and quietly as he could, reached into a bag of potato chips. He pulled one out, slowly placed it into his mouth, and gently bit down. Oh, God damn it, Clyde, one minstrel yelled. Eric's head turned quickly as he heard the crunch. The minstrels were still in the stump when Eric ripped it right the fuck out of the ground and tossed it aside. Give me chips, he yelled. Why should we, Dark Knight? Clyde asked. If you don't, I'll turn you into a pile of shitty shit. You're not even a wizard, dude. Yeah, fucking right, another minstrel responded.
Well, these minstrels are ballsy as hell.
Dude, right? No, I am not. But this guy was, Eric said as he pulled a severed wizard's head from out of his satchel.
Damn!
He held it by the hair and pointed it at the minstrels. As he did, its eyes began to open, and where his eyes should have been were just two empty sockets. Soon they began to glow a dark red. Ew, sick, Clyde said. Just then...
Fucking Clyde.
Just then, the wizard shot lasers out of his eyes and torched the minstrels. They rolled around on the ground on fire until they turned into burnt skeletons. Then the skeletons got up and covered Bullet for My Valentine, and they got a sweet all-C-ball deal.
Oh, nice.
Eric picked up the bag of chips and bit into one. Mmm, salt and vinegar. The most evil of chip flavors.
I do enjoy a salt and vinegar chip.
I think a lot of people do, and a lot of people are also very wrong about things.
They do stink to high heaven.
They're not as bad tasting, I guess, as they smell. I guess. Soon, Eric arrived at his destination. Outside, there was a line of those rope things that keep people in line along with a bouncer. Eric got in line. Eventually, he reached the front. There stood a 9-foot-tall shit demon, a feek elemental. Name, it said? I am Eric Von Deathkiller, Dark Knight, and Slayer of all that is good, and here is my invitation. Okay, go ahead. I will destroy you, you filthy piece of dog vomit. Oh, you're letting me in? Awesome. Hey, Eric went on. You're a shit demon, right? Yep. Cool.
He really just appreciated that about the bouncer.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes
you gotta make someone's day. Inside the castle, a huge gathering of every villain in the land was already underway. On top of a throne of rage zombies sat Queen Axewound, holding court over the most evil villains ever who want to bang the shit out of your sister.
Damn.
You, she beckoned, come forward. As she pointed, the crowd parted, and there alone stood Eric. He walked forward with his hands on his weapons. I am Eric Von Deathkiller, pillager of the 5 stones of Daranos, ruler of the Fire Mountain, servant to no goddamn shit-ass anyone, and destroyer of whatever the fuck I goddamn hell-ass please. Is that so? Axewound questioned. Kneel before me. Kneel? First, show me some full frontal, Eric boomed. No.
He told her she needed to get naked?
Yeah.
This guy's so evil.
Yeah, right? Just telling a chick, hey, get naked. It's terrible.
That's evil enough to work.
Oh, man. No, Axewound said. The two stared at each other for what seemed to be like 17 minutes. Eric flexed his pecs. Axewound lifted an eyebrow. Eric suplexed a rage demon right into the 8th layer of heck. Axewound yawned and filed her nails. Finally, Eric broke. My gods, you're incredible, he said as he kneeled down. I will do anything for you, my queen. Yes, you will, she responded. Your first task, kill that guy over there. She pointed to a dark wizard in the corner. Ah, dude, really? This party blows, he said. Finn. The end.
Wait, that's the end?
That's the end.
Oh, I laughed over it.
It's all right.
Oh my God, what is happening?
Dude, I don't know. Something's going down.
That poor black wizard.
He was just trying. I just like the picture of him like eating those like fish flakes, you know?
Yeah.
Like dipping them in like what is that shit? Horseradish sauce.
I just imagine that he had circled the fish and he didn't even get it, and he was really upset.
And then he had to die. That sucks.
And he was like, God, this party blows. we only have bone of our enemies left. Nah, God damn it.
Fine.
I circled fucking fish. I sent it in the first week.
I'm a pescatarian, but all right.
All right. God, give me the bones.
Even though bones are meat.
I better not get a foot bone. That'd be so gross if you had to eat bones and you got a foot bone.
What if it was just like just a foot, like all the bones in the foot, like not even in the shape of a foot, just in a pile?
Ugh.
Yeah, that would be disgusting.
That's probably what he got.
Well, you know.
I guess it did suck. The party sucked. All right, Josh, are you ready for my tale of Dark Knights and Elementals?
Fuck yeah, baby. I'm ready for your tale of Dark Knights and Elementals.
It sounds like you're ready, so I shall read. This story is called The Gauntlet.
Dude. Awesome.
Thank you. It was a dark night in Orkspire. In the middle of who the fuck knows where sat the Rust, one of the shadiest taverns in all of Orkspire. Inside,
Rust.
Dude, it's the Rust, dude.
I
It's
already
just
know what
rusted.
this place is like.
Inside, groups of shifty adventurers huddled around tables as the sounds of sharp whispers filled the tavern. Two trolls at one table exchanged satchels and shook hands. One of the trolls got up, walked out the door, and burst into fucking flames.
What was in the satchel?
Then the other troll pulled off his face because it was really a mask, and you're like, damn, what was that about? But you'll never know, because after that, he turned into a fucking snake and did the worm to the moon.
Dude, this story has like a story inside the story.
Boom!
I want to know what's in that fucking satchel.
Dude, something he needed for the moon. Oh, man. In the darkest corner of the Rust sat a knight in full black armor wearing a thick helmet that hid his face. He was several ales deep, and you don't know why, but you know you like the cut of this guy's jib. Maybe it's the all black thing. Maybe it's 'cause he's drinking a lot of beer. Or maybe it's the fact that you know he's about to punch some motherfucker in the lip. The knight stood up and punched a drunk goblin right in the goddamn lip. That lip got so swole that goblin had to lay down for 3 days straight because it threw off his balance.
It's just a big fat old lip.
Just a huge fat lip.
Tipping him over.
This was the knight's life. Every evening he'd sit in the same corner of the same tavern and drink until someone approached him with a job that he was willing to take up. This was a win-win for the knight, because if he didn't get any work that evening, he just got wasted as hell, and that's why freelancing is cool.
As a freelancer, it is cool. And I'm wasted as hell.
24/6.
Because Sunday is
Not
my
on the
rest
Lord's
day.
Day. An old wizard approached the knight at his table. "Excuse me," spoke the wizard. "Dear knight, what order do you represent?" "I represent the order of eat my shit and suck my dick," said the armored man as he drank his beer. "And where do those knights hail?" said the old man. "Up Axel the dragon's asshole. Now get fucked."
This old man's just setting himself up.
"Interesting. I'm looking for a knight to hire to help me find my cat, Mr. Socks." "I ain't interested in your fucking cat, you piece of shitty shit. Now get the fart away from me before I send you to the underworld, where you'll suck lava cocks for all eternity." Frightened for his life and damp from his pee, the old wizard scuttled away. Little was known about this badass knight. Rumors say that he was once a knight of a superior order who was exiled for betraying his brothers. Other rumors said that he stole his armor from a slain black knight of an unholy cult and inherited his powers. And there was one rumor that said he was really a ghost existing amongst the living in his spooky armor, and he lived in a wacky house with a goblin and a merc monk. You won't believe what happens when merc monk Jerry gets a job at a goblin chocolate factory. Spooky House. Moonsdays at 10/9 Central.
In direct competition with Reese's.
Reese's.
We didn't plan this. This was we totally wrote this on our own.
One of those weird instances, like that time we both named our skeletons Gary.
Yep.
Another wizard approached the table. This one wore a hooded black robe that covered his face. "I'm looking to hire a knight to kick some major ass," spoke the wizard as he sat down. The knight was immediately interested. Slightly drunk, but still interested. "What kind of major ass?" replied the knight. "The kind that when you punch someone in the face, their skull exits out through the back of their head and bites off another guy's nose," replied the old wizard. "What is your name?" He hesitated. "Randall," said the knight, who clearly had the toughest name of them all. I mean, I guess the only tougher name than Randall would be like Nailtooth. But that guy doesn't even exist, so don't even bother trying to compare the two. It's just a name I made up, like Knuckle Lips or Donnie the Hammer like Dropperton or Atomic Sledgehammer with knives taped to it. "I need you to enter a tournament of fist fighting for me," said the old wizard. "The prize is a gauntlet I wish to attain. I need you to win at any means necessary."
Oh my god.
"What's so important about this gauntlet?" replied the knight. "It is an ancient artifact with supreme magical powers. It is also the most powerful gauntlet known in Orkspire," said the wizard. "When you punch someone with it, their head explodes, and their mama will feel it, and their daddy will feel it, and any living uncles will die."
Holy shit.
"It is called the Gauntlet of Face Fuckery, and I need it." "What's in it for me?" replied Randall. "Gold, women, name your price," said the wizard. "But not golden women, I cannot afford those." "Gold, 17 chests full," said the knight as he drank another ale, "and a bone car with enough bone gas to get to Stormscale," he added.
Bone gas.
"Done," replied the wizard. "Here is a map of the sewers where the tournament takes place. Find your way to the tournament and win. Remember, any means necessary." Cut to fucking awesome training music with a little rock and roll saxophone montage of Randall training hard in his armor in the woods. He's punching trees and shit. Splinters are flying all the fuck over. The music is really rad and he's sweating and he looks so cool. He's drinking a beer and all of his armor is off except for his helmet somehow. And then a bone car jumps a broken bridge.
It's like the Dukes of Hazzard.
Cut to Randall descending the stairs of a sewer.
I like the music's fading out into that when he's walking down the steps, right? Yeah, okay. All
Yep.
Right. Okay.
It hit its peak
right
when the bone car jumped the bridge.
It's like,
faded into.
Like that, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
This guy gets it. Cut to Randall descending the stairs of a sewer. It is very dark, and he's using a small torch to guide him down. At the end of the stairs, in the grossest, slimiest part of the sewer, stood a very tall elf in a filthy robe that was once resplendent, with an expression that said, "Yeah, I stole this robe," and a tome in his hand. "Greetings, warrior," spoke the elf. "I am the keeper of this gauntlet of pugilists. Tell me, what is your name?" "Nailtooth," replied the knight under his thick helmet. "Well then, Nailtooth."
He just made it up. That is so good. Oh my god. That's so funny.
Well then, Nailtooth, said the keeper as he recorded the name in his tome, if you wish to enter this gauntlet, you must remove all armor. This is, after all, a regulated underground fighting ring that people bet money on and is in no way crooked at all. As he said this, like 7 guys in bandit masks gave him sacks with dollar signs on them, and 2 people were thrown into pits of spikes.
He's just handing that money over right away.
Yeah. Huh? 7 of them in that brief sentence.
In a line. It's here you go.
And it's not crooked.
Nope.
It's completely.
Nope.
Randall begrudgingly removed his black helmet, revealing the human face of a knight who had definitely been through some shit. His brow furrowed, he wore a black eye patch, and his good eye had tired rings underneath it. His chin was covered in unkempt scruff, and his nose was broken several times, and 1 or 2 of his teeth were missing. A wineskin hanged at his side. The elf was taken back at his frightening demeanor, but added, and remove the skin. No foreign weapons of any kind are allowed. Randall took a big swig from his skin and tossed it aside. Very well then, said the elf. Come with me. And the 2 entered the arena. Randall and the elf stood in the middle of the arena. Around them in the stands above were the wasted patrons who have come to see guys punch each other in the face. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, of the pit of pugilists, shouted the elf as the crowd cheered. Say hello to Nailtooth. The crowd booed hard, so hard that it pissed Randall off really bad and gave him a strength bonus. Some dudes threw their beer at him, and he kinda liked that. And his first opponent, the elf continued, the meat grinder. The metal gate on the other end of the circle opened up and out stepped Randall's first test, a buff as fuck gray-skinned orc with razor-sharp teeth and unholy runes tattooed all over his body.
Dude, that's badass.
His eyes glowed red and he breathed heavily. The crowd was going nuts. They fucking loved Meat Grinder. I mean, 70% of the audience were wearing Meat Grinder t-shirts. Fight to the death! Yelled the elf as he ran out of the arena as both gates closed. Meat Grinder raised his hands, and blocks of ice formed around his fist, creating 2 sharp-as-hell meat tenderizers.
Oh my god.
Randall couldn't believe it. Motherfucking demon elemental powers, bitch, said Meat Grinder.
Just announcing it.
Yeah, he just got some play-by-play.
Yeah, this is what's happening, bitch.
He reached back for a big swing. Randall seized the opportunity. He pulled back and spat right in Meat Grinder's face, which immediately set ablaze. Fire ale! Shouted someone from the crowd. It was true. Randall had kept Fire Ale, a beer so crazy that if it touches your skin, it catches on fire in his wineskin in case of emergency.
Dude.
The orc fell to the ground in pain and tried to extinguish the flames. Randall delivered a merciless heel kick to the back of Meat Tenderizer's dome, crushing it.
Jesus
Any means
Christ.
Necessary, said Randall. Meat Tenderizer was dead. The crowd went crazy.
I think that was the most brutal death in the show's history. That dude just stomped a guy to death.
In one stop.
It's fucking insane.
It's pretty balls to the wall.
That's definitely by any means necessary, which is definitely canon.
In his victory, Randall looked up and noticed men in black robes lined around the shouting crowd. They each withdrew their swords and began executing the crazy bunch of drunken fucks. Before long, they were all dead. The blood flowed like a river into the pit of pugilists.
Oh my God.
A voice echoed throughout the arena. Sir Randall, you forget your place. To be continued.
Dude!
Yeah, that solo played.
That's like the end of the second Matrix.
It's a lot like the end of the second Matrix.
Except better. Hello, everyone. This is Reeses the Wise, along with my colleague and friend,
Old Snickerdoodle, and welcome to another edition of
Chamber of
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
It's a word that implies the thoughts and brains.
It's very linguistic of you.
You might not know all the words I speak, for I am a wizard and I know a lot more than you, so get used to it. Fast scroll. At Fear of the Sky 7 asks, how many vacation days do you get when working in the pain mines? Reese's.
The pain mines are a vacation compared to Moon's giving at my mother-in-law's. You know what I mean?
I don't, but I could. I think I can act like I do.
I don't even have a mother-in-law.
What? Where have you been going every Moon's giving?
The alley in the back of our tower.
That is sad.
I know.
I thought it was called the Feast of Ages, by the way. What is this Moon's giving?
I called it Moon's giving. I don't know. Is that a colloquialism? Is Darrenos colloquialism? Feast of Ages sounds fucking awesome.
Well, that's what we call it.
I only eat, like, fish heads off of a trash can lid.
Next scroll.
Next scroll is from @Mads the Ginger. They ask, what do most people do for fun in your worlds?
Well, it depends on your idea of a good time. If fun to you is hanging out with your friends, drinking some mead, then 30 skeletons come in and kill all your friends, and you have to fight them, then come on down to Orkspire.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, it can be for some people, but if that frightens you, then go swim in the ocean until you aren't alive.
Jeez. That is crazy, Snickerdoodle. That also sounds like fun, though, too.
It can be for a little bit. How about Darrenos?
Darrenos, toss the old turnip around with your son. I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. And the cat's in the cradle in the silver moon. Little boy moon and the man in the moon.
Oh, this song is bringing a tear to my wizard eye. Did you write that? That is beautiful.
I didn't not write it.
I believe you. You know, my dad never used to throw the turnip around with me.
We should do it. We should throw the turnip around together sometime, Snickerdoodle.
You think we could do that?
No, because we are rickety as hell and old.
Oh, yes, that time has passed. The only thing we throw these days are dope-ass parties.
That's very true.
Next scroll. Johnny Sousa asks, which of your realms has the better black market? Well, let's start in Darrenos. What is it like?
Well, in Darrenos, you can get walrus taint, which is an aphrodisiac, old 8-track sea balls of the corporate rock sensation Grawl, and of course, all the Reese's toenails you can eat.
Oh my god, that is foul.
You put them on your cereal for protein in the morning.
Oh my god, stop it. Oh my god, I think I'm going to be sick.
I have a lucrative cereal deal in the works, Snickerdoodle. Not even you can fuck this one up.
Now, how black is this market if you are just broadcasting it across this world of who knows who in this realm who's listening? Who are you anyway?
I'm about to be rich as shit, Snickerdoodle. That's who I am.
Damn.
What about an Orkspire?
Well, in Orkspire, if you know the right guy, who knows the right goblin, who knows the right elf, who knows the right troll, who knows the right ogre, you can get hooked up with death.
What?
They will kill you.
Like the actual death?
For a price. Oh. They will end your life. You will meet death and shake his bone hand and He'll take you somewhere. I don't know. I've never died because I'm gonna live forever.
Have you met Death, though? Do you know the guy who knows the goblin, who knows the orc, or whatever the hell you said earlier? Do you know? Have you done that?
I am that guy.
Damn, Snickerdoodle, I knew being friends with you would pay off someday.
Let's throw a party.
Dope-ass party.
Let's invite death.
Every time we throw a party, we invite death. Because
I invite death every morning I get up. Come at me. Next scroll.
Next scroll. Connor Craven asks, who do you call when there is an emergency? Snickerdoodle, who do you call?
Reeses. I call her Reeses.
That's true. I don't know. I think I'm your emergency contact on your emergency contact scroll.
Yes, I usually have to call your name when the wizard toilet is having difficulties.
And whose fault is that? I've told you a million times you cannot put that much feces into the toilet. You know, they should start calling me Feces the Wise. I gotta tell you how to use the toilet all the time.
Do you really want to be called that? Feces the Wise? You know, maybe I'll call that to you when I'm annoyed with you.
I gotta be cool with it now, Snickerdoodle, because I said it.
You know, and then I usually call you if I find a fur beetle in my chamber.
That's true. You are deathly afraid of them.
Yes, I have a fear. How about you?
2 words. PODs, motherfucker. Don't step. Don't step.
Don't step.
Don't step.
Don't step.
Don't do it.
Next scroll.
Next scroll, baby.
Bryce Dixon asks, we know Orkspire is named after the Orkspire, but where does Daranos get its name? You know, I was wondering this myself. Where does it come from?
Well, we all sat down and had a meeting to pick a name. We were originally going to be called Rat's Taint. Oh, wait. You're talking about the Realm of Daranos, not my Fur Beetles cover band, aren't you?
Yes.
Darren came up with the name. I don't know where he got it from.
Who's Darren?
The bassist in my band.
You're in a band?
Maybe. I've been too embarrassed to tell you about our gigs because we haven't had any yet.
Well, I think it's because you don't exist. I never see you leave the house. Or, tower.
You could be in a band and never leave the house, Snickerdoodle.
That is 0% true.
This is the 90s, after all.
That is 0 out of 100 wizard wands. True.
When did you start rating things based on a wand scale out of 100, Snickerdoodle?
You are pissing me off right now. 65 out of 100 wizard wands I am at pissed off level.
Wait, is that good or bad? Is more wands when you're pissed
75%. 75 wizard wands.
I still don't know if you're getting more or less.
Do not get
pissed.
to 100 or I will explode.
I don't know. So is that would be good for me if you exploded.
85 wizard wands.
Okay, what
90 wizard wands.
I could literally say anything to piss you off. Right?
95 wizard wands.
Cookies.
6 wizard wands. That is all the information you shall receive. I think you've received about 150 wizard wands out of 100 wizard wands, so have a good day, I think, and if you want to ask us a question, we'll just wait until next time, and then we'll get around to looking at your scrolls. I'm going to burn all the old scrolls that we didn't use.
Good. They gather dust. We keep them around. I don't know what we're doing with them.
Yes, actually, when we burn them, they just gather ash at that point. This is not a sound plan.
What are you? What are you, like a scientist now, Snickerdoodle?
I am 100 out of 100 wizard wands a scientist. Wizard.
See, now 100 out of 100 is good. I don't know. This scale is crazy.
This scale is reflecting how good I am or how mad I am. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Well, that was more information from those two gentlemen.
We need to talk to our lawyers about this.
See if we can get out of this moon message contract.
I didn't sign up for this. I didn't know it was going to be like this, so no.
Hey, before we go, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's used an Audible referral, bought a t-shirt, left a review, or, just thank you for listening to the show. We're really happy we get to do this, and anything you guys do for the show helps.
Right, even just listening, the reviews really help, and obviously buying the t-shirts helps, and we hope you enjoy them, because we enjoy them. We enjoy doing this.
As we've said before, I think we say this every week, it's our favorite thing we do, and we get to do it because we have an audience like you guys. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Josh, I believe you had an iTunes review you wanted to read.
I'm going to read a review. It is called My Oh My, 5 stars by Bear Dead. Sorry, I was reading that Beer Dead. Like bearded? I guess that's the joke. I just got the joke, guys. Anyway, this podcast will leave you with a bone so hard you'll call your doctor just to brag about how totally hard you are. Sexiest, funniest fantasy content in a podcast form you'll ever consume, or your money back. And by that I mean you'll get no money back because it costs no money at all. So I don't know, just download it or stream it. There are at least 3 ways to stream it, all guaranteed to make you cream it. Cream it in your pants, unless you're like me and take off your pants off as a precautionary measure. I think 99% of people take their pants off before they ejaculate.
I would hope so.
I mean, who's rubbing themselves off through their cheeks?
Some guys are.
That's true.
That's very true. But thank you, Bear Dead.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you, anyone who's left a review. They really help us out. It helps us get higher on the iTunes charts. And hey, if you wanted to leave a review and you don't know what to write, just write whatever. Write some fiction about Josh and I. We don't care. Just do whatever. Have some fun, and we'll read some stuff on the show like we like to.
Yeah, we always read all the reviews, so...
Anyway. If you guys have a moment, check out Syndication Station and join us on watching some TV shows. But for next week, the prompts will be...
The prompts!
Amazons. And that was suggested by Ryan Beldisi and Josh Howell. And we also have, finally, we're going to do it, guys, Cults.
Yes.
Suggested by Wyatt Hoherty and a lot of other people who have suggested it. So thank you guys for telling us to do it so much that we finally did it, because it's a good idea that we wanted to do, but we just always had other things that popped up.
It's a little too close to home for me.
It just felt right, and it does hit close to home.
Because I am in a cult.
Because he's in a cult right now.
Cult of booty.
And on that note, guys, thanks so much for listening to the show one more time. And Josh, what do we say here? What is it that we say?
Well, until next week, everyone, keep on wizarding.
Keep on wizarding down the wizarding road. You know you took a wrong turn. You thought you could get there faster, but you can't. Just use Waze. It's an app, but it'll make you do some impossible F's.
Impossible.
Have you used Waze?
No.
It's insane. It's like turn left, and it's just a cliff.
What? Why? What is it? I've never heard of this.
It's like a GPS map. It's like, oh, we factor in all traffic updates, and we'll get you home the fastest. But it's also like, by the way, you want to turn left now, and it's like a stop sign, and there's no stoppage of traffic. Anyway, that's Waze, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on wizarding. Having a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.